Yeah, I wanted to have a book I could put in the hands of friends of mine behind the Iron Curtain in Italy and Latin America to explain the American system, because most of the world has of America a Marxist view. You know, Marxism is essentially from the beginning anti-capitalist. That's its main message. And even it defines its own system, socialism, by opposition to private property, to personal income, um, uh, and to free decisions, free random decisions of people. And I ask my research helpers to look up definitions of capitalism in dictionaries. So we had 8 or 9 of them, and they all say capitalism is a free market, private accumulation, and market decisions. And socialism is the opposite of all of those. And I said to myself, that can't be true. There have been free markets since biblical times. Jerusalem was nothing but a marketplace between 3 continents. There's no industry there. There's a lot of desert around. The agriculture was poor. But it's a marketplace. And marketplaces in history are static. They do progress. Every market has somebody competing. They have found a new way of fashioning a sword or something else, or make it out of a new kind of metal or a new way, and it becomes the marvel of that market. But it's very, very slow. And yes, private property is very important. Even in Jerusalem, they had private property. Thou shalt not steal makes no sense if there's no private property, and so forth. But that isn't capitalism. Capitalism doesn't come until Abraham Lincoln describes it in the Patent and Copyright Act, about which there was a huge argument among Jefferson and Madison and Hamilton about whether to have such a thing. And the point of the Patent and Copyright Act is it finally made it possible to create wealth with ideas and to tip the balance away from people who own land, usually those were the great military victors who, as a fruit of their victories, received these lands for the crown, and tip them in the direction of nobody who has this great idea for the automobile, for the telephone, for the steam engine, for whatever. And this is where... my idea was capitalism begins in the head. It's not a market system primarily. It's an idea system. It's an invention. And I think it's an accident that it's named capitalism from caput, the head, but that's where the dynamism comes from, the invention, the discovery, the enterprise to see a new and better way of doing things.